first at 5:30, an overwhelming vote of no confidence in the leadership at PeaceHealth Riverbend. Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 5:30. I'm Gold Meadows.
And I'm Alan Matthews. Medical staff leaders for PeaceHealth Riverbend finalizing ballots today for a vote of no confidence in hospital leadership 3 weeks after the hospital announced a move to switch emergency medicine provider.
Oregon said this month the hospital would allow its contracts with Eugene emergency physicians to expire at Cottage Grove and Riverbend, and the hospital would move forward with Apollo MD to staff its emergency departments. Measures presented at a special meeting of Riverbend's current medical staff last week were placed on an official ballot and the results certified this morning. The majority, 93%, voted no confidence in hospital executives. All but 4 staff voted in support of switching back to Eugene emergency physicians. Now, I sat down with Riverbend's chief of staff to discuss why medical staff are concerned.
What I can say about the medical staff is that we have a wonderful, engaged, dedicated medical staff. And I think that right now there's grave concern amongst the medical staff about what these changes to our emergency medicine department will mean to the functioning of the hospital and overall to the care that we're able to deliver to our community.
What have you been hearing specifically?
Well, I think there's a number of concerns. There are concerns related to the process by which this decision was made. There are concerns related to a lack of transparency. There are concerns related to people feeling that their input and opinions were not valued during this decision-making process. There is a concern amongst the medical staff that it will not be possible to replace the highly qualified group of physicians and APCs that currently staff our emergency department.
Why does medical staff feel there's a lack of transparency?
There was essentially no flow of information between administration, who was making the decision, and the medical staff. There were numerous letters of support for Eugene emergency physicians.
Is it possible or any validity to what PeaceHealth is saying that this move is in an effort to improve care and that was needed?
I think that the medical staff feels that a homegrown group of emergency physicians and APCs who has been in this community for 35 years, has physicians who were born here, have lived here, raised families here, and are ingrained in the community, cannot be easily replaced. And from our experience working at other hospitals as a medical staff, there is a widespread belief that national staffing agencies do not lead to improved quality of care, and certainly would not be an improvement over our current emergency medicine services provider.
90-some% of medical staff voted no confidence, and then even more voted to reverse this decision with Apollo MD to go back to EEP or Eugene Emergency Physicians. What could that vote accomplish?
I think the important thing to realize is that this is not a personal issue. It's not a personal issue between the medical staff and administration or anybody on administration. This is really a statement, I believe, by the medical staff regarding the quality of our emergency medicine physicians and clinicians, and the grave concerns about what this will mean to lose this entire group of physicians and clinicians and have them replaced with kind of an unknown entity.
PeaceHealth Chief Operating Officer Richard DiCarlo released a statement today saying in part, quote, "The expertise physicians bring is deeply respected and the concerns they raise are seen. PeaceHealth supports the final decision recommended by the Oregon leadership team to transition emergency department physician management services. We will continue to communicate with transparency and respect throughout this transition," end quote.